first ever gold crypto investing video made to my brother to maybe, just maybe, give him a different opinion on a coin that he's in and give him an example of what's most likely going to happen to VeChain. You can look at Matic yesterday. It broke bullish out of the first bullish continuation that's circled in yellow. Pour a little pointer tool out right now. See that? Actually, we're going to pull, fuck the pointer tool. I just wanted to say it because I think it sounds good on the radio. A little pointer tool here. We're going to pour a little future YouTube famous perching tool with your asshole stock analysts that are going to come on here, the hustlers and the shysters, and they're going to say, we're going to perch. And look at me right here. Hey, look at me. If you want to feel like you're looking at me, I'm right here. Hello. They're going to say, we're going to perch, in this case, from the 200-day moving average and dissect and infiltrate and audible. So you can figure out how to sidestep the criminal gangster cartel, DESD, Ohio State University graduates that have infiltrated the trading world to knock down and fleece and heist and shice the retail investor. Right here, it broke bullish out of a bull flag. Bam, hit the target. Then we had another one, an ascending triangle, upper resistance at the same, but we broke down last night and we bounced off the underneath 200. And now in live TA, we're getting rejected by the old line. This is the fucking stupid shit with TradingView that I talk about. See that? It's getting rejected. Essentially, the breakout was there, the old line, and now it's coming up against that major overhead support, and it's forming like almost a M, which we know M's are bearish topping reversal patterns. It seems to be what you're forming, right? And there's no volume, right? The volume just isn't there. And I emphasize that for the guy that wanted to know about this coin. When it was breaking up out of that first pattern, pour a little, get a perching tool back out. When it broke out of that first pattern, that's not a perching tool, but we're getting out of here. We said it broke out with falling volume, and even on the pump, it had crashing volume, which is bearish, but it might try to make a fabulous, phenomenal, gorgeous, glowing 5'4" brunette to entice you in, just to pull the rug out from under you, and you come bam right back down there. But it broke bearish because the volume's just not there, and that's one of the things we warned about and emphasized. If it broke that key uptrending support, it was going to break down. Brings me on the VeChain, trying to save my brother some money, maybe potentially, or at the very least give him a different view on what he's looking at right now, because I look at his videos sometimes just to get a different person's point of view on what they're seeing in the market, to see if it has confluency with what I'm thinking, or if they're way different than me, and then I will dissect into why they seem to be thinking that way, and to see if it has any merit or not, right? We have down sloping resistance, right? And then let's pull out our other little tool here to here. No, fuck that. That's stupid. We're just going to clone this one. Clone. Right? Looks like we're forming that again and hitting that overhead resistance just like Matic did yesterday. But just like Matic did, it broke bullish out of that the first time with crashing volume. And now it's coming up to the second one in major overhead resistance with falling volume. That's very bearish. And the probabilities, it can break bullish. And if it broke bullish, Mr. Brother, your target, as you know, would be from the bottom of the pole. Fucking trading. Bottom of the pole. My sister's texting me. I'll get back to her in a second. This is the bullshit with TradingView. Right fucking here. Jesus. There would be how you do a breakout. He knows that. You guys know that. His followers know that. My followers know that. And that would bring you up to major overhead resistance. But just keep an eye out on that. With the no volume, it would tend to say you're probably going to retest here before you would break out, if you do break out. Or you could just trade like that. And like yesterday, Matic, you could dump down and then come all the way down. It was further out, 4-hour time frame. Oh, maybe it was a shorter time frame. Come all the way down to the moving average. Or not the moving average, but come back down, right? Just a different perspective on it for my brother just so he can have a tight stop loss. I don't want to see him get wrecked and shysted by the criminal gangsters if he may be overlooking the obvious falling volume leading up to major overhead resistance. So just a shout out to my brother, because I know he watches. Watch that very carefully. If you get rejected right now, and if you break that, you're going to come way down, just like Matic did. But it did pump back in for the people that held on. You couldn't, if you were playing the trade up here or you bought into the pump, you had a chance to get out and then play this by ear. But the volume's still crashing, so I'd be very concerned. You got to have some fucking volume if you want to break these key levels by any substantial means to make up for the fees and all the bullshit that you got to do when you trade crypto and the taxes in the U.S. But right now, as Bitcoin Live TA is trying to break this, it's got no volume and you're forming a rising wedge. See what I'm saying? Forming a rising wedge right here, upper resistance right there. Lower support, running up in the major overhead resistance on the white line. That's why I issued that jabroni alert. I would be very cautious and pay very close attention if you start falling down and the volume doesn't pick up. You need some big green candles like that candle in the 1 minute, but you need those in the hour time frame, right? I'd be very concerned if you start doing this and then you dip back down, because you can come down, way down really quick. Peace and love. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. Peace and love.